Hey y'all, hey. Welcome back to my spiritual healing journey, Lotus Evolutions 369. It's your girl Lotus on the table, aka Cynthia. And I'm here to do, I was going to do Divine Feminine, but I just heard General. So, I'm going to do Divine Feminine energy first. Let's get into the Divine Feminine. What is the Divine Feminine to know? And this is Big Bertha, y'all. Big Bertha. So I already shuffled her, but I'm going to keep shuffling her because I'm trying to get her mixed all the way up. This is a new deck of cards that I made myself. I've been going through a lot of spiritual awakening and transitioning and learning and evolving and changing. And I've been feeling my body go through all kinds of changes. I was tripping. I had called my therapist. I was like, sis, I think I'm having a midlife crisis. And she was like, you are. And I was like, what the fuck? And I was like, what, why would you even say something like that? And she was like, basically all it is that you're basically maturing. You're growing up. Your body is changing. Your mental is changing. Your emotional is changing. You are going through a cycle change in terms of your livelihood, and you're growing and you're evolving and you're changing in your lifestyle, your habits, your behaviors, the people that you socialize with, the places that you go, the things that you do, your habits, your interests, the things that once brought you joy or peace or excitement no longer excites you, no longer entice you. You're finding new venues and new avenues, or you're exploring different parts of yourself or different realms within yourself as a Divine Feminine. At least I know I am. I can't speak for everyone, but I'm getting that as a general message. So let's do a Divine Feminine general, because that's coming out kind of heavy. And I'm going to pull Big Bertha now. When I was originally checking the cards, the first thing that came out was spiritual gifts, right? So I let it sit because, as I say, I'm evolving and changing. So I'm noticing that I am awakening and like coming to terms with new stuff in terms of like my spiritual gifts or my spiritual awareness or my conscious awareness. So like, I was used to being able to reflect, reflect other people's, I guess you say, energy off of me and serve as a mirror to that person. So like, say for example, that person comes into contact with me and that person's attempting to talk to me, I'm able to reflect to them or give them the messages or the information that he or she may need in that time, right? So now I'm kind of elevated to the point where, as though instead of me reflecting so much so outward to that person to give them information, I'm more so reflecting inward to give myself the information, to be able to see myself from a different light, to actually pay attention to my internal being or my inner being and the areas where I need to grow, evolve, heal, and change. Maturity is about letting go of the past and taking hold of the new, giving yourself space to actually grow, evolve, and change, giving yourself space to actually, or holding space for yourself to be honest with yourself about your past and honest with yourself about your childhood traumas and things that once affected you when you was a kid that you know, may not be paying attention to now, or whatever the case may be, or that may need to be paid attention to now, right? So, like I said, I made this deck. I was drawn to make this deck because I was just walking around. I was like, I'm going through a lot of changes. And I was picking up stuff, and I'm not a shopper. People that know me know I don't really care for going out to shop. That's not my thing. However, lately I've been in the mood to want to like window shop. So like getting new ideas, you know, just feeling drawn to do different things in and around the house more so than like being outside, but also like making time to actually have some fun, right? Give myself the opportunity to actually go out and have some fun, because I'm so like big on like making sure my kids are good and making sure that the house is good and making sure that I'm stable when it comes to work and things of that nature, that I was not making time for fun to have fun. So that is significant too, making time to have fun for yourself, remembering what it was like for you when you were a kid and you were able to have fun, when you were a kid and you were able to go outside and do things. Just kind of being in a carefree energy or nostalgic type energy in terms of understanding and recognizing, realizing what you are rooted in or what you were once rooted in, right? So it's like taking a trip down memory lane. So Divine Feminine, what I'm feeling is that some of us or some of you are taking a trip down memory's lane to recognize and realize where, you know, you may have not shown up for yourself and at some point in time in your life, and you're taking that conscious decision or making that effort to actually start showing up for yourself, or you're being pulled to do that or guided to do that by the divine. Okay? They saying don't start with these. Someone put Big Bertha down, but she's mixed. And I'm getting answers. Every time I go to the Divine Feminine, I get ancestors. So, like I said, I got 4. It's technically 5 new decks of cards. One of them I'm still not ready to pull out yet, so he just going to have to sit up in a drawer right now. But I have 4 new decks of cards that I've been working with recently, or that I was drawn to get. And we're starting with the ancestors because that's what I heard. Ancestral messages for the Divine Feminine. Spiritual gifts, like I said, something is heightened or changing in terms of your spiritual gifts, in terms of what you once were able to do. You're now able to do new things if you are elevating. Now, if say for example, you're not elevating and you're karmic, because I did say this was a general reading. If you're karmic, you're not elevating, meaning you're repeating lessons, or you're losing your spiritual gifts. You're losing your clairaudience or clairsentience or your clairempathy or your ability to like astral travel. It's different things that we acquire, or that we basically have as spiritual beings. And so if you are not elevating and moving up, especially if you were doing like negative things in your last cycle of life, or your last cycle of pinnacle, or whatever the era was that you were doing, basically you're getting consequences for your actions. So like karma is being served, and the things that were done wrong are going to be made right. So a lot of like changes in terms of like things turning around and being in a different direction. Like up is down and down is up, and in is out and out is in. So it's like stuff like that. So it's like, and I just heard the word oxymoron. So it's like things are going to be like reversals. So what once was maybe a negative for you is no longer a negative, it's now a positive. So like if you were in like disparity, you're going to be rich. If you was poor, you're going to be rich. Like if you was broken and like disheveled, you're going to be like upbeat and like luxurious. Like it's like what was done in the dark is coming to the light. I'm getting that real heavy. What was done in the dark is coming to the light. What was the moon is significant. I'm hearing moon. Damn, it's a lot of information, and it's jumbled. So I'm getting like chaos magic or chaos energy. So somebody might have been doing like chaos magic or chaos energy towards you or on you, or in terms of like your mind or your third eye, or like your cognitive awareness or your intuition. Somebody was doing something against you in that regard to try to like cause you chaos, or cause you to be like discombobulated or confused. And I'm getting that you're coming out of that. Like whatever it was, it's like no longer happening or working, or it's no longer powerful. Like you kind of just sat with it. Like you was like, okay, if this is what I have and this is what I'm going to work with. Like you played the cards that was dealt to you. Like you didn't complain about it. You didn't try to like go back and forth about it. You didn't try to like figure out where it was coming from or why it was coming. You was just like, okay, what's the lesson I'm supposed to learn in this shit now? Like what am I not paying attention to? What I need to pay attention to so that I can evolve and change and grow and do what I need to do? And where are the areas where I'm not being truthful with myself? Where are the areas where I'm not being honest with myself? Where are the areas where I'm not showing up for myself where I need to show up for myself? And like being genuinely honest and not being in denial. So like grief is real big right now. I'm feeling grief. Grief is a really big area where I feel like the Divine Feminine needs to pay attention and focus, because of the simple fact, because grief has stages. And I made a grief card. Oh, look, I made a grief card, but it's 5 stages of grief. And like just recognizing the stages of grief that you're in with each situation or scenario that you have been faced with in your life. Where have you not allowed yourself to grieve and release or let go of whatever it is that you may have possibly been holding on to? You may have been possibly like holding a grudge, or not being, realistic or honest. And I'm getting throat chakra, and it's funny because I lit the throat chakra incense, and I'm getting like throat chakra with that grief, because like you may have not been like speaking or saying the things that need to be spoken or said, or feeling like you don't have the power to do it, or feeling like you don't have the words to say what needs to be said. So it's like, it's almost like I'm getting like a frog in your throat, but it's not a real frog. It's like a spiritual frog in your throat, like somebody like kind of gagged you or stuffed something in your mouth, or stuffed something in your throat chakra to block your throat chakra, so that you cannot speak or share or release or relinquish whatever it is that is holding on to you, that's keeping you stagnant or keeping you stuck. Because the power of life and death is in the tongue, and if you cannot speak or utter or say a sound, you can't speak life over yourself. You can't pray for yourself. You can't say what needs to be said to allow yourself to be able to release and let go, or like express what needs to be expressed, right? So we got 3 cards coming out from the ancestral deck. It's actually the Oshun the Oshun Oracle book. The Oshun Oracle deck. Right? Ouch. So that's something significant. So Oshun may be like your deity, or like maybe like your spiritual lineage. And I was looking up spiritual bloodlines today, trying to go down the rabbit hole, but it really didn't take me too far. So I was kind of stuck with that. So I was like, I'm just rocking with it. So 3 cards came out. We got Mother's Milk, Oshun of Envy, and Oshun Floods. So appropriate. I had to make sure I could show it to you because I don't want to. These are some pretty ass cards too. They're so pretty. So Mother's Milk. So what I'm getting from that is you may have something dealing with a mother, your mother, an ancestral mother, or an aunt, or a cousin, or is a grandmother. Is definitely a feminine archetype, or a feminine spiritual guide, or a spiritual ancestor, a woman. It has to do with the maternal aspect of it. Speaking life, so like your ancestors, your maternal ancestors, your maternal line is blessing you now, divine feminine. If you are a true divine feminine, you are an heiress, you are a priestess, in terms of like your lineage and like where you come from, right? And so your ancestors are blessing you. They're so proud of you. They're giving you like praise. They're giving you like acknowledgement. They're actually getting ready to bless you, or they have blessed you with abundance, or bless you with prosperity, or bless you with peace, or bless you with like protection, bless you with like security. They bless you with knowledge. They bless you with like being able to like be open. Like they're giving they're giving you or enhancing your spiritual gifts. So you may feel like tired a lot lately, or you may just feel like you have moments where you have bursts of energy, and then moments where you just like, I just need to lay down, I need to sleep. So it's like, pace yourself, because you're going through a lot of changes. Pace yourself. So those of you who have passed your tests, those of you who have done the internal work, those of you who are like living right and not living foul and doing people crazy, whatever the case may be, you guys are getting your inheritance, right? I'm hearing a gospel song, but I can't hear it clearly. But it says, Oshun of Mother's Milk, nurturing harvest prosperity. I didn't even read the Bible. Okay. Then we have Oshun of Envy. So divine feminine, you got a lot of fucking haters, yo. You got a lot of people around you that y'all, like, I'm picking up shit in my own personal energy, and I really want to say in like general tones. I don't want to speak personally of myself and what I'm feeling in my own personal energy. However, I feel like it's prevalent, so I'm going to speak on it, because it's so many people around you that are like jealous of you, envious of you, and like they really have no real reason to be jealous or envious of you. You feel what I'm saying? It's just that they see you moving in a direction or moving in a way in which they themselves are not moving, right? And it doesn't necessarily have to be like your whole overall being. It could be different areas of your life. So different people that are attached to different areas or different parts of your life are watching you grow, evolve, and change in those areas of your life, and they are envious of that status of growth, because envy comes from like looking at someone else and wanting what they have, right? Or wanting that for yourself, right? You're coveting it, right? And it's not because like some people are not doing it to cause harm. Like, it's just like, I want to have that too. Like, it's like I desire those things too. So it's like I'm wanting what you have because I don't want what I have, but you have exactly what it is that I would like to have or I would like to acquire. But you have to be careful with that, because you don't know what a person went through, or what a person agreed to, or what a person vowed, or what a person committed to be able to acquire the things that he or she has, right? So it's like you have to have your own vision and make it plain. Now, granted, we might want the same things. Like, we might want a nice house, and we might want a nice car. We might want a nice job, or like the best of the best, whatever. Like, whatever the fuck it is that you're actually wanting, right? You might want it, and you might see somebody else having it. It's how you choose to look at it. Like, I'm happy for them that they have it. I know that I can acquire that too for myself. Let me put the work in for me. That's a positive way of looking at it, as opposed to, I like what they have. I wish that was mine. I'm gonna figure out how to take you. I'm gonna figure out how to fuck it up. Or I'm gonna figure out like, well, I'm just gonna hate. Okay, they think they better than me, or they think they this, or they think they're like bougie. So it's like, no, I don't think that shit. You think that shit, right? So it's like, be very careful of how you are observing or like looking at another person's situation, because you don't know what they are dealing with internally or externally to actually have or be in a position that they are actually in. So it's like, be careful what you ask for, because like when you ask for certain things, the universe will test you in those areas to see if you're ready for it. And a lot of times we're not ready for it because we're not even paying attention to our own journey. We're looking at someone else's situation and where they are in their placement of their journey or their lives, right? So it's like a lot of comparison, right? So divine feminine, another thing to think about or pay attention to is comparing yourselves to others, right? Compare yourself to yourself. You are your own conqueror. You're your own threat, right? You're your own worst enemy, right? I guess you could say, like, you should be challenging yourself to be better than the version of you that you was the day before, right? Challenging yourself to be better than the version of you that you was 5 or 6 years ago, whatever the case may be. Like not looking at yourself in terms of like being inadequate or having self-doubt, but being confident in yourself, and the areas where you feel like you're not 100% confident, speaking life over yourself. I will do these things. I can do these things. With God's help, I can move this way. I can move that way, right? And I looked over, I see standards. And the last card that came out was Oshun Floods, right? Spite, malice, revenge. So somebody throwing magic. Okay. Somebody throwing magic. Somebody's throwing magic. Your ancestors are blocking it, though. I'm sorry, I'll show you the card. Look at her. She fits with her dagger. Okay. Somebody's throwing magic. Somebody is like wanting to be spiteful, malicious, hurtful. Somebody's wanting to be revengeful or vengeful, or is like angry that you in the light and they in the dark, or you elevating or you doing good and they kind of like not doing so good, you feel what I'm saying? But what I'm getting from the bottom of the deck, it says Oshun of Unlocked Gates and Oshun of Perpetual Beauty. So like somebody was basically trying to block you, but your spirit guides and ancestors are saying, no, you have the key to move wherever you want to go, to do whatever it is you want to do. We're giving you the freedom, you're breaking barriers, and you're unleashing the potential that we have got blessed or given you, or we have bestowed within your DNA. Like, we're unlocking the things that was once locked within you to give you the open doors or the clear pathway to go to wherever it is you need to go in the next stage or phase of your journey of your life. Okay. Ocean of Perpetual Beauty. Somebody was also doing like beauty magic, trying to like wish you ugly, or one of your face to break out or get pimples. Like when she thinks she's so cute, be funny, she got pimples on her face. Or I remember when she had pimples on her face. Or I remember when she had scars or marks on her face. Or I remember when she bust her lip. Or I remember when her car broke down. Or I remember when her man, like, it's this kind of like energy, like somebody she thinks she did. I remember when it's that kind of shit. So it's just like, it's past like people, it's projections. So people are projecting who you once were onto who you currently are now. So be careful of that too, because if you are sensitive like I am, you can feel that and you can kind of internalize that and make it or think as if it's your actual energy, and it's really not. So you got to do a lot of like grounding and a lot of like energy cleansing, divine feminine. Okay. It says inner beauty, self-love, and transformation. So a lot of you are going through transformation by way of how you love and surrender to yourself. Okay, and that's crazy because I looked down in the card, it says surrender. Okay. And it reads letting go, acceptance, and detachment. So I know me personally, I'm very detached from a lot of things. I'm grounding. I'm looking for stability and security within myself and not outside of myself. And a lot of times we look for security outside of ourselves, and we look for answers outside of ourselves, but all the while the answers that you really seek are inside of you. It's a matter of you asking the right questions and actually paying attention to the answers that you get, or paying attention to what you hear or the thoughts that you receive when you ask the questions. You feel what I'm saying? Like, for me, when I began to grow, evolve, and change, a lot of it was learning to accept myself, accept the things about me that are different, accept the things about me that other people just can't like fathom or understand. Like understanding that I am different and I'm supposed to be different, and it's okay to be different, and everybody's not going to get where I'm coming from or understand where I'm coming from or agree with where I'm coming from, and that's okay, because this is my journey. This is what I need for me to be able to progress and move forward. Now some people might say, oh, You're a hypocrite because you go to church, or you know you're blaspheming because you worshiping or you idolizing something outside of God. I don't idolize anything outside of God. God is the one true creator and source of all things. That is where people have misconceptions, or people may be having misconceptions of you, or misconstruing or misunderstanding what it is that you actually do, like questioning your authority, or questioning your ability, or questioning your stance, or questioning the decisions or choices that you're choosing to make, right? So prime example I'll give about my son. My son decided that he wanted to go into a military faction, one of the military factions, and all of us is just like, we don't agree with his decision that he's choosing to make. But like today I had the conversation with my nephew and my other children. I was just like, you know, who are we to tell him that he's wrong and moving in the direction he's choosing to move in? We don't know his journey. We don't know what he was purposed to do when he came here. So for us to sit here and look at his situation and feel some kind of way about the situation, we're judging him according to what we think. And just because we think it doesn't mean it's always right. You feel what I'm saying? Just because we have an opinion of it doesn't mean that it's always valid. Your opinion is not always valid. It's your opinion. Right? So it's just like learning how to like accept that everybody is not the same. Everybody's not going to see the same. Everybody's not going to understand the same. Everybody's not going to believe the same. It almost makes me think of like the Tower of Babylon, or Babylon when the Tower of Babel, I'm sorry. The Tower of Babel in Babylon, or within Babylon, where, you know, he was building a tower to get closer to God because he wanted to be closer to God, and he wanted to take over, and he wanted to be God. He wanted to be the God of the people. He did not understand the levels of righteousness in which he was supposed to, until like he got big-headed, like his ego took over, right? He became egotistical about his stature, and he decided that he was better than God. You feel what I'm saying? God was like, you know what, I got something better for you. I'm gonna just strike all your way. Everybody just split. So then you got multiple languages, you got different feelings, emotions. Like everybody started splitting. Like it's funny because I'm hearing this story, and what I'm getting is like the splitting of the zodiacs, right? In Babel, when everybody's splitting with the different ways, I'm getting the splitting of the zodiacs, and then I'm also getting it with what's the other one that's coming out to me? Joseph, the story of Joseph. He had the 12 brothers. It was actually 13 of them, because the last one came after the fact, but read the Bible, you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, but the 12 tribes of Israel was also like another thing that I'm getting in regards to that, like splitting and understanding like the different parts of different things of you. So that is another study that I'm actually getting ready to get into. Let me make my note before I forget. I'm sorry, y'all. Let me get my book. I don't know why I put it away. Well, I do know why I put it away. I put it away because I wasn't going to actually do no more work in my book, but that is something that I do want to get more information on. And it came out sorry, y'all. I had to write that down before I forgot. Okay. Let's see, where are we going? They said pull a different deck. Where are my... I don't know which deck or where they got me right now. And that's part of the reason why I'm kind of sitting, because I'm waiting to receive or figure out or find out where I'm going with Divine Feminine general messages. Okay. They're leading me to the astrological or the galactic cards. Okay, let me pull them next. So, what are the spiritual guidance for the Divine Feminine, general Divine Feminine? Get in trouble because they're like, you can hear the music in your video. Like, fuck. Shit ain't even fucking right. Okay, they was stuck. Y'all seen that? Retrograde review, Sarah's nurture. So, if I'm not mistaken, we all going through a retrograde, or we're getting ready to go through a retrograde, or we're going through the pre-shadow of the retrograde. But Mercury retrograde is not the only planet that is retrograding. It is several planets that are retrograding, and they are undoing or correcting or doing certain things in terms of the general overall collective of the astrological chart. I don't know why I'm like getting tongue tied, like I can't speak. I don't feel like I'm being blocked. It's just like having an abundance of overflow of like words, and they not. It's like your mouth is moving, your mouth is not moving fast enough, as fast as your brain and your thoughts are moving. So it's like you're stumbling over your words, you're getting like caught up or tongue tied or tongue twisted because you're moving too fast. So I'm getting like pace yourself. Like now with the retrograde coming out first, review over top of Mother's Milk. So it's like you're getting an opportunity to go back and look at or play your tape back or play the scenarios back and see, or you're getting like a glimpse or view to see areas where you were unable to see like in the last cycle. So it's like you're getting like downloads of what or where you came from that were necessary, or messages. It's like a review before you go to the test, right? Before you take your big test or your final test, right? So it's like you're going back and you're reviewing your notes, or you're reviewing your past. Like I'm getting Akashic records. You're going back and looking at your Akashic records, or going back and planning this last year that just passed, or these last 6 months. You're going back and looking at those last 6 months, or like reviewing those last 6 months of your development or your growth, and you are learning the lessons that you need to learn, or that you were supposed to be learning, or that you weren't necessarily paying attention to, that you didn't necessarily quite like do too well with, but you can do better. So it's like a redo, like a retrial or retest or retake, right? So like I did it already, so I'm familiar with it. Okay, so let me do it again and see if I can get better, right? That's what I'm picking up from that. Now with the series card coming out, nurture, it's like give yourself grace during the time of you doing it, right? Nurture yourself during the time of doing it, right? Now that came out on top of the ocean of envy. So it's like nurture the areas where you have been attacked, nurture the areas where you have experienced or was holding on to grief, or experienced or was holding on to some type of emotion or pain. Nurture your physical body. Like I was outside today playing with my kids, and I was trying to run, y'all. And my knees and my ankles was like, sis, sit the fuck down. And I was like, oh my gosh, wait a minute, like what? And so I'm like, okay, I need to move more, because I shouldn't be feeling like I'm 80 in my fucking knees or something, or 90 in my fucking ankles. Like that's crazy. Like that means you're not moving enough. So like you have to get up and physically move yourself around, like do the exercise, do the work. Like the more you get your body moving, the lighter you actually start feeling, because you're shaking shit off. You're moving your lymph through your body. You're moving your energy through your body, right? Your lymph is like the liquid in your body that's moving everything around, right? And it's allowing you to be able to kind of like stay fluid, right? Okay, I'm gonna say, I know I heard Prince. That's my shit. Alone in the winter come. Baby, baby. Why do doves cry? Okay. She's never satisfied, never satisfied. So I'm getting karmic divine from this. Somebody is never satisfied with what things are. Like learn how to be satisfied with what you have. Like that's exercising in gratitude. Thank you, Spirit. I knew it was the reason why I was supposed to be tuning into that song. So gratitude is key. If you are not exercising in gratitude, you need to be exercising in gratitude like right now. Like you need to maybe even start a gratitude journal, or do some affirmations in regards to exercising in gratitude, moving in gratitude, speaking in gratitude, just being grateful for what you have, because the more you're grateful for what you are actually like in possession of, the more you'll be blessed to receive, right? The more you take care of what you have already been blessed with, the more you'll be able to like acquire, you know what I'm saying? The more that you'll be blessed with, you know what I'm saying? The things that you no longer need, that are no longer serving you, you have to be grateful for those things too, and graciously release them and let them go, okay? Scorpio, investigate. So what I'm getting with that, and that came out on ocean floods, right? So investigate areas where you may have been spiteful, you may have been in malice, or you may have wanted to like seek revenge. Investigate those areas, because you may not have, I know for me, I personally have not acted on those feelings, right? However, at the same time, it did not stop the fact that I felt some kind of way about the situation, right? So it's like, go back and revisit those areas where you may have felt some kind of way about whatever situations that was going on that may be a hindrance to you. Like, you'll know what is really sitting on you because it's sitting on you. You feel what I'm saying? It's just like having a weight on your chest and you're just ready to get it off. So it's like, go back and pay attention to the areas where you feel like you're heavy or where you feel like you have weight on you. And it doesn't necessarily have to be in your chest. It could be anywhere in your body, anywhere where you're having tension. Go and investigate that area where you have tension or where you have pain or where you might be feeling stagnant, stuck, or broken, right? And figure out how or where you can actually heal it. Right? And when you heal it, that means you are going through the levels or stages of grief, right? You're stepping out of the denial, you're accepting the situation for what it is. Like you're like, you might go into like a depression or be sad about it. And that's okay to be sad about a situation. Like, it's okay to be sad that things didn't turn out the way you wanted them to turn out. Like, it's okay. Like, the reason being is because it's like, rejection is God's protection and redirection. That's what I'm getting from that. Okay? The next card I got is Mercury. Okay, messages. Okay, so like, pay attention to your downloads, pay attention to the messages that you may be receiving. You may be having a lot of people reaching out to you, calling you, texting you, hitting you up on social media, like liking your videos, or like sending you messages through Messenger, or like, you know, DMing you. Different little things. You're gonna have a lot of people like trying to reach out and contact you or connect you, right? Connect back to you or reconnect with you because they don't want to feel no kind of way or whatever the case would be. Like, you're going to have a lot of that. So it's like, be careful how you deal with it, right? Be very, very careful how you deal with that, because if you're done with a situation or you're done with people, be done with those situations and those people, and don't feel no kind of way about it. You feel what I'm saying? Let the shit be what it is. Like, not like hum and ha or pussyfoot or be on the fence about this. Don't be on the fence about it. Don't second guess or doubt or question yourself for making a decision and say, I no longer want to engage or deal with said person, place, or thing, or item or idea. It's okay to outgrow people, places, and things. You don't gotta socialize and deal with people you don't want to deal with them no more. You feel what I'm saying? You don't have to be connected to people you don't want to be connected to no more. You can walk away, and it's okay to walk away. And no, it don't always feel good when you walking away, and it don't always feel good when you are changing. People don't like to see you change. They want, because they're used to a specific version of you, right? Hey, I'll turn right back around. Give me a reason to stay here, right? And right, they want you to stay. People want you to stay. People don't want you to, like, people want, and that's another thing you might have, like, people, like, love bombing you. People might be, like, coming back to, like, you know, like, suck up to you because they don't want you to, like, not be around anymore, right? So you might also have, like, people that are sabotaging or, what is the word? Like, blocking, cock blocking, like, I'm getting that. Somebody might be cock blocking, don't want you to break up with them or something like that. Stupid shit like that. I don't know why that's coming up, but yeah, stupid shit like that. Like, just pay attention. Just pay attention, okay? Because they want you to be debilitated. And like, I know for a fact, I was debilitated for a quick little minute. I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, I felt so uncomfortable. Because it says discomfort. I felt so uncomfortable. It was last Thursday. Because I was surrounded by all these different people and all these different energies, and I normally don't have an issue with being around these people. This whole summer was wonky for real. I ain't gonna lie. This whole summer, the last 5 weeks was like, what the fuck is this? Like, okay, like, okay. So it's like, okay, I'm gonna rock with it. I'm gonna feel it out and see what is actually happening. I'm going to pay attention to what I'm supposed to be learning, because it was definitely like a switch went off, and like, okay, where I was once shielded or blocked or had some type of like barrier, it's not there no more. So it's like, okay, I'm feeling things differently. I'm perceiving things differently. I'm noticing people differently. People are noticing me differently. People are responding to me differently. Like, what the fuck is this? I'm not used to that, right? So it was like, where do I put my feet down at? Like, how do I ground myself in the situation? Because it doesn't feel right. Something feels off. And that is known because we just received like a massive solar flare. And then like basically that's a massive like download of energy from the universe, basically. The sun is sending codes and things of that nature, right? So it's going to feel you're going to feel a lot of discomfort too, because either you're going to be like, you know how that metaphor or that scripture where it says God reaches down and pulls you up out of the situation, and that is what's happening. So it's going to be uncomfortable to be pulled out of a situation. It's going to feel uncomfortable to basically leave things behind. Like when you uproot a plant, that plant is shocked, right? That plant is shocked for a minute, like, hold up, what the fuck did you just do? You just took me out of a space where I was okay, or where I may have been outgrowing it, I may have been stunted, or I may just was like, wait a minute, what's this? Like I wasn't thriving. You moved me from somewhere where I was not thriving, where I was doing too much. I was just out of control. And then you placed me somewhere else. And so now my roots are like in shock, because they got to understand what the fuck is going on. Why am I not in the normal environment that I was already in? What's happening? What's changing? And so you're going to see some changes in the plant. The plant will let you know if it's okay or not, because the leaves will open up, you know what I'm saying? It might droop the first hour or so. And then as it starts to make adjustments and adaptations to the environment in which it's placed in, you'll notice the plant will start to gradually come back up. Give it a week or so and the plant is back to life, you know what I'm saying? So that is what's happening to you spiritually, physically, emotionally, mentally, psychologically, cognitively, figuratively. It's happening. That is what's happening right now, Divine Feminine, in the actual ethers, okay? You're going through a lot of change, you know what I'm saying? And so some of you are not moving up, you're dying off. So you might, I'm sorry because I didn't mean to say it like that, but it's true. Some of you are dying off, like, so you're going to have an influx of, like, maternal lines passing on, like, going away, like, passing over. And that, like, that's kind of difficult to talk about or say, because it's just like, you know, you don't want to wish death on nobody, you know, wants anybody to die. However, you got to think about the generations. Every generation, so many people die. Every year, so many people die to basically make way for the next generation to come in and step over. So you're going to have an influx of, like, elderly or senior citizen people, like, passing away because by way of their age, because the life expectancy is really not as long as it should be, especially because we haven't been taking care of ourselves. And those of you that are not in good condition to be able to manage it or manage these new changes, or, you know, keep up with the next inflow or influx of, like, data or information that's coming through, you're going to start dwindling off. You're going to start seeing them tapering off, right? And it's going to start, it's like when you filter something, like when you put water through a filter, eventually all the little sediment starts to settle, right? So it's pretty much what's happening right now, okay? First house, arrival, and Taurus, cultivate. So basically you're moving into, or you're the arrival of new things, new opportunities, right? And now it's time for you to basically, like, you're going through like a massive reset, right? A reset of your physical, mental, emotional, psychological, I'm hearing therapeutic changes. Like, you're going through a reset of self. So it's like what I always do, or what normally comes to mind for me, right? It's like starting from the bottom and working my way all the way back up. So, like, every so many months, I sit down and I reflect from, like, the time I was a kid all the way up to where I am now, right? And it depends on how in-depth I choose to go with it. I choose to pick and choose where I need to, like, really focus as I'm moving from the root up to the crown, to be able to kind of release that information or address those traumas that are sitting in those chakral zones, right? I mean, like, Rome wasn't built in a day. You can't eat an elephant all at one time. So it's like, do a little bit at a time. A little bit at a time to open yourself up, right? All right. Okay, they said pull them first. And this came out. They said put it back. Okay, put it back. We call him Big Birdie. Big Birdie! Nah, 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 nah. Take you there. I want to love you. PYT, pretty young thing. So you might have a suitor or someone coming in and wanting to come in to like give you some attention. Someone wanting to come in and love you. So your chakras in terms of, like, your love, creativity, expression of self are starting to open up. So if you were not in a relationship, or you were, like, in a hermit mode, you're coming out of a hermit mode. If you were not in a relationship, you might find yourself getting in a relationship. Self-love. You might be giving yourself more love, right? It don't necessarily have to be love of another person. It could be love of yourself, self-love. I noticed I have not given a lot of eye contact this whole video. I've been looking down, looking down, looking down. It's mostly because I'm channeling information as I am doing this reading. Like, I'm just allowing my mind to just be kind of free and just come in. So invasion of privacy. So somebody may be attempting to invade your privacy, to basically try to figure out what you got going on, being nosy, like asking questions, being inquisitive or curious about what you doing next, or like basically like spying on you or stalking you. That was sticking to my finger. The mirror that governs itself, 2552. It says, embracing major life change with inner balance, trusting your gut feelings, and staying positive as you move forward. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Empowered. It says, having the authority, confidence, or strength to do something. Alone. Take time alone or leave. Like, get away from wherever you at. Alone. Poetic justice. I might have to. That might be significant. That might be very, very significant. I don't know why the fuck this came to my mind. Alone. She wrote that poem, and that poem was actually by Maya Angelou. All the poetry in the movie was written by Maya Angelou. And they say that in like the docuseries or documentary or whatever, the movie, whatever it can be. But that may be significant. So poetic justice, you gotta think about the movie Poetic Justice. When you think about the movie Poetic Justice, right? Justice was this girl who was grieving. She was trapped or stuck in grief, and she came across Lucky, which is so funny, ironic that his name is Lucky. She comes across Lucky, who like is intrigued by her, and he's interested in her, but he doesn't really feel like, or doesn't think that he can like pull her, but he still try anyway, right? It's like being out of his league, but he's like, yo, she fine as fuck, I'm trying to holler at that, you know what I'm saying? But then it's like, as he's attempting to talk to her, he's just like, well, she's stuck up, like she got issues, or she, you know, she on one, so never mind, you know what I'm saying? But as he gets to know more and more about her, he realizes that she's actually really fucking cool. She's just been hurt before, you feel what I'm saying? She's experienced a traumatic trauma that has kind of like put her in a state of depression, and she's moving through the depression and the grief because she's sad. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you love something, when you love something, you gotta let it go. It's difficult to let it go when it's not, you know, when it's not given time for you to process it. It just happens abruptly. So now you're kind of just in this state of fight, flight, or freeze. So she's kind of in a freeze state, and she's moving through it at her own pace, right? So it comes out in different ways. So she's aggressive, she's angry, she's independent, she's stubborn, she like she got hella shit going on. But he's still like, you know, like it's like he poked fun at her and he picks with her because it's like, I know I can push her buttons. I'm getting, like, I like the reaction that I'm getting out of her. Like, she bad as shit and she don't even realize she bad. Like, can she just see her sunshine? Like, she need to smile again, right? So Lucky be fucking with her. That movie, I gotta watch Poetic Justice tonight. That's probably gonna be the movie tonight. But anyway, she eventually she softens up and she gives him a shot. She lets her guards down enough to kind of be vulnerable to him, and vice versa, because he's also been through some shit and some trauma, and it's like he's trying to figure out and navigate it too, and he can't relate or connect until he arrives to wherever they was around, because they was going to Oakland, I think, to go see his cousin or whatever the case may be, and he was doing a mail run. So it's like they going on this journey, and as they go on the journey, they getting all these little bumps and bruises, and they watching they people around them like go through or have crazy shit happening, and they have opinions about it, but it's just like, you know, they just try not to get involved in it and just like stay in their own little space or whatever. And eventually the two of them wind up clicking. They find some common ground that they can build off of, and they start building, and then it's just like boom, it's abruptly stopped again, right? Ooh. I don't know why. It feel like it's something on my face. Anyway, so it's like they go through this process or whatever the case may be, and they just abruptly stop talking to each other. She go back to her normal life. he's just like, okay, how do I navigate this shit? Like, and mind you, he was dealing with all kinds of shit because he had like baby mama drama. He beat the ex boyfriend up, or the new boyfriend or whatever. The baby mama boyfriend or baby mama partner, whatever. He fucked him up, like. Like he was like, I'm going through all these motions for what? Like, what the fuck? I'm just trying to like chill. I'm just trying to live my life. I'm just trying to like make something of myself, and all this shit is happening around me. Like, shit need to just fucking chill. And then like here comes Janet Jackson on her shit. Right, Justice come on her shit, and he like, hold up. Like, so she's pulling him out of his shit just as much as he's pulling her out of her shit. So it's like it's a dual dynamic where they're working towards their own goals or their own dreams or their own aspirations, but them just being who they are is actually helping each other heal and elevate, right? Okay, that was significant. So Poetic Justice, you might want to go watch the movie. Okay, we got Gold Digger, we got Chasing, we got Prince, Kiss, Don't Want Your Extra. We said, I know how to undress me. Gonna be your fantasy. Oh, baby, you can be mine. He said, at your age, not your shoe size. Right. So with this Gold Digger and the Prince and the Chaser, so I'm getting like an ex divine the chain of divine feminine. This is like karmic. I'm getting karmic energy with that. So like basically maybe a baby mama, baby mama. It could be a baby daddy. I don't know. Baby mama, baby daddy. It's like trying to block, or is a gold digger, or there may be a gold digger in the midst of me. You may be connected to a gold digger or somebody that was a gold digger that was like basically like running after somebody for money, or attempting to run after somebody for money, or attempting to block a situation because of money, or like pretending that, you know, they was on a shit on their bean or whatever the case may be. I'm chasing after. It's something about this Prince song. Anyway. What else? Divine Feminine. What else? Divine Feminine. Come on, Birdie. Birdie. Give me something, Birdie. Give me something, Birdie. Where we at? 46 minutes. And I still got one more duck. I think one or two more ducks to pull. Two. I ain't taking all that. Teacher came out, but I ain't taking it. I want it to come out like... So pulling out, backing out of a situation, pulling out, stopping midway, halfway. Somebody is in a sea of emotions, or has a sea of emotions, was like just full of emotions and really like trying to process what's going on. So sea of emotions. Confrontation. So somebody might be having confrontations. You might find yourself getting in a lot of confrontations. A diamond necklace may be significant. Somebody may be wanting to gift you or give you a diamond necklace. Fantasy. Somebody might be having fantasies about you. Spirits. So somebody might be experiencing something with spirits. Kiss. I want to kiss. Kiss. I got time while you got freedom. Destiny swap. Because when the heart breaks, so it don't break even. I'm hearing that. Suicide. Somebody may be wanting to commit suicide. We got destiny swap again, but this time it says manipulation, a phenomenon where someone allegedly steals, mimics, or redirects another person's preordained life path, success, or blessings. So somebody was attempting a destiny swap with you. Somebody was attempting to like try to pull on your energy, or be you, or act like you, or echo you, or mimic you, or mock you, or joke about you, or like basically like perpetrate and say that you're a fraud or something like that, or say that you're a perpetrator or a fraud. It says stay in my arms. That came out again, and I wasn't going to take it. Teacher is significant. So you may be a teacher, or you may be going through a teachable moment, or you may need a teacher, or you may need a guide, or I'm hearing guru. You may need a guru. Chakras. So chakra alignment is significant. Your chakras, your crown, your third, your throat, your heart, your solar plexus, your sacral, and your root. When you work on them, you want to work from the bottom up, not the top down. I don't know why I just got that. That was significant. Break down my walls. So you might have some walls up. Feelings. Feelings. Heart healing is significant. The answer. So you may be looking for an answer, and you may be about to receive it. It may be getting ready to show up, like before you show up before you know it. I can't get my words together. A contract. So a deal, an agreement, maybe a arrangement. Okay, deal, agreement, or arrangement. I felt that too. These are new codes, so they kind of stuck together. Sorry, y'all. Let's see. Barriers. So you may have some barriers up that may be coming down, or you may need to put some barriers up. Somebody is fed up. Somebody is love bombing, or might be love bombing, or has been love bombing, or guilty of love bombing. Closed doors. So no more access. The things that you once had access to is no longer, given access to. Secure or security. So you may be secure within yourself. Michael Jackson, the way you make me feel. So somebody might be excited, or somebody is excited about the way you're making them feel, or the way that you are invoking something within them. Competitive. The person is competitive, or you may be competitive. Air sign, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, Mercury, Uranus, Venus is a cardinal sign. It says, like say what I'm drawn to, communication. So somebody might be wanting to come give you communication, or have a social connection. They like your intellectual aspects of yourself. Okay. You see right through me. I'm getting Nicki Minaj. You see right through me. How do you do that? How do you do that? How do you do that? A sibling on your father's side. And I definitely was drawing a sister. So a sister on your father's side, maybe or an aunt on your father's side has something to do with the situation, or is a part of the situation, or maybe may have been doing confusion spells, or wanting you to be confused about things. Thames. And I'm getting Jamaica or Island with that. Uptight. So you might have a sibling or a sister that's uptight. Listen actively, or active listening. Active listening is love and action. Heart. Heart is significant. Review, and that's funny because review goes right back to the Mercury retrograde. It says go back and access to relook or reevaluate a situation or circumstance. Review. Past hurts. So you review your past hurts, your past pain, so that you can let them go. So it's basically like when I'm getting like an overall healing. In order for you to heal, you gotta let go of what once hurt you. You gotta go back and look at your pain. Go back and assess your pains. Why are you in pain, or why were you in pain, or why were you sad, or why were you upset, or why were you hurting? What caused you to feel those things? Okay, these are the things that cause you to feel those things. Okay, what can you do now, in your power now, about those feelings that you have in regards to those things? Like addressing those past hurts so that you can let them go, accepting them for what they are. Eyes, brown, hazy, blue, green. I don't know why I heard black. Proverbs, empowered. When you are an anvil, hold still. When you are a hammer, strike. And then on the back it says Proverbs 3, 5, and 6. Trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not to thine own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths. Open relationship. So somebody may be in an open relationship, or want to have an open relationship, and I'm not getting like open in the sense where it's like you're swingers, or y'all talking to other people, like, or y'all have different people moving in and out your relationship. I'm getting open in the sense where you guys have open communication, open like transparency. So it's like you're not hiding or like having barriers or walls up between the two of you. Second chances. So somebody believes in second chances, so you're gonna get a second chance. Shake you off, Mariah Carey. Shake you off, cause the loving ain't the same, and they keep on playing games. As you know, I'm here to stay. Lineage, so something to do with your bloodline. Embraced. Somebody wants to embrace you, or they feel like you embrace them. Divine Feminine. What other messages do we have for Divine Feminine? Divine Feminine. Ready or not, here I come. I felt it, but it fell. Okay. Something, let it go. Releasing. Let's see. Yep, letting go. Throw it in the trash. Exercise. I said that shit coming out. Move your body. Your energy has to move. The more your energy moves, the smoother I said this, the smoother your flow, and the more relaxed you are. Grandparents. Deities. Oh, excuse me though. Hysterical. So somebody may be hysterical. I'm getting a hysterical person, a hysterical woman. A young person. Sexual exploitation. So somebody might be trying to like sexually exploit you, or was sexually exploited, or you may have been sexually exploited. And someone's nervous about what they have done, or nervous about the situation, or nervous about the outcome. I just seen bold, real big. Alcohol. So somebody might be an alcoholic, or maybe a heavy drinker. Be careful with alcohol. I'm also saying alchemy. Be careful with alcohol though, because it's an aura disruption. It disrupts your aura. It lowers your awareness, and it blocks your intuition. It amplifies your ego. So your ego might not need to be amplified at this time though. Not with no alcohol. It's like I'm getting liquid courage. Like somebody might need liquid courage, or feel like they gotta have liquid courage in order for them to be a conqueror. Right? In order for them to face a situation, in order for them to like express or say the things they need to say, or the things they want to say, because alcohol does lower your inhibition, so it stops you from feeling like that conscious feeling of like, don't do it. It's like, I'm going to do it because I'm going to do it. You know what I'm saying? You're just acting. You're not prohibited from acting anymore, or prohibited from like taking action. Independent. So somebody likes that you're independent, or you may be independent. Blessings, as confirmation of, should I say earlier, blessings on blessings on blessings. So you may be getting ready to receive blessings. You're in a different season, a special season in your life. So life sessions, or life seasons, or life lessons. Intentions, set intentions, or pay attention to your intentions and intentions behind other people. Anger, face your anger, or focus on your anger. And that's funny, because right behind it is the Bruce Lee card. And I always say, be like the water. Be like water. Right? Bruce Lee said, be like water. Water is shapeless and formless. Water is the oldest memory form on earth. Love. So we got in love, romantic, platonic, friendship, or family. Love. Somebody might be in love, y'all. Warm. Someone likes that you're warm, that you're nice to open up to. Somebody likes that you're confident. Uh-oh. And I hit the floor. Okay. Confident. Someone likes your confidence. Babysitter. Maybe significant. Throat goat. Someone might think or believe or look at you as a throat goat. The throat goat. So you might be giving some fellatio, or you might get some really, really good fellatio. Boundaries. Intrusive thoughts. So somebody might be having intrusive thoughts about you, or you might be having intrusive thoughts. Look, and I said bold. I told you I seen that damn code. So bold. What's it saying? Giving him something he can feel. And I'm getting cousin with that one. So you let him know. So somebody's cousin may have slept with somebody that you knew, or slept with your ex-person or your past person. Involved may be significant. Sparkle may be significant. Fire sign may be significant. 5'5" with brown eyes. I don't know why that's the only height card I have in there. 5'5", okay. Ooh, that's a lot. Where we at? We almost at an hour. I ain't taking away. That's too much. It says speak life. That's crazy, because I said that earlier. Hold on, I might have to take it. Freaky. Speak life though. Freak or freaky. Somebody might be covering or like covering for somebody else, or covering themselves up, or covering. I got Jackie Brown. She was a gangster actress. So it might be an actress, or somebody might be putting her actress, or it might be a homegirl. Halle Berry. Halle Berry's nice. Halle Berry. Reputation was in reverse, but I'm gonna turn it around. Reputation. Somebody might say that you're vibing, want to vibe out. Step out of fear. Claim it, and I'm hearing this is it. What's in my hand? Claim it. Understanding. So once someone may be offering understanding, or gaining understanding, or gaining awareness of a situation, family, or situation in regards to your family, or wanting to have a family. The runner chaser dynamic. So somebody might be a runner one, somebody might be a chaser. They might like that push and pull. And also like switching places. So like you might be the runner, and they might be the chaser, and then y'all like switch roles, and then you the chaser and he the runner. Like, so I'm getting like what I'm getting is like an equal push and pull from that. Thoughts. So it's like somebody's in their head about things, or overthinking things, or up in their, or just in their thoughts. Needs. Someone needs to pay attention and focus on their needs. And the last two, it says fall in love. So you may be getting ready to fall in love. And inheritance. That's confirmation on the shit I said earlier. So Big Bertha doing her thug this already. So those things that I mentioned may be very, very significant. So pay attention to those different things that I mentioned, because they are factors that are going to show up or have been showing up or will be showing up within the next couple of months or month or two. Okay, let's do the next spread. And then I'm going to wrap up Divine Feminine, because Divine Feminine was kind of long. Feeling it, girl. Let me see. So let's pick you up. Look, intergalactic out. And it's funny because when I first picked it up, the 8 of Discs came out, and at the bottom was the Queen of Cups, the Hierophant, and Judgment. Ooh, the Ace of Swords. Goddamn. Queen of Swords, Knight of Wands. I don't want to pull all the way from the back, but yeah, so they may be significant. Somebody putting in a lot of work. It's judgment day, or judgment is being served, or judgment is being offered or given to those that are released. So you served your purpose. You did what you're supposed to do, and you completed a mission, is what I'm getting from this judgment card. 3 of Cups, and so your ancestors are wanting to tell, or your spirit guides or your intergalactic family is saying that you can celebrate, or they're celebrating with you or for you because of what you were able to do for their ancestral line, or the bloodline, or the spirit line, or whatever it can be, like your intergalactic family, right? You freed your ancestral line, or you did something to give back or give penance to your ancestral line. 3 of Cups, so hanging out and celebrating with your friends. So you may be celebrating, they may be wanting to celebrate, your ancestors may be celebrating, you may be celebrating in the spiritual realm, in the spiritual aspect of things, or they may be celebrating you. Hierophant, so you're stepping into your true worth, your true power. It's also giving divinity or divine being, or I'm hearing a higher echelon. That's not the word I'm looking for though. It's like a higher realm, a higher dominion of being. That's significant. Something about your divinity. So like you're elevating in your divine right, or your divinity is elevating, or you're becoming more divine. Something like that. Okay. Queen of Cups. So something to do with love, or the areas and the aspect of love. And again, the 8 of Discs, you're putting the work in. Like, so you're working in all them, look at all the little areas that she's working in, all them different little universes that she's working in, doing little shit, and she's tinkering in all them little universes. So something about what you're doing in terms of what you're working on, or what you're going to be working on, is going to be fruitful, okay? It's going to be very, very fruitful because of your focus on it, right? And you're going to be celebrating those contracts, those renewals, those new opportunities. You're going to be celebrating the new stability, the new found grounding, and basically in where you put your new footing, right? And I'm getting something singer saying. It's an old song. All over ground is sinking sand, something like that. I don't know. 4 of Swords. So, I said it earlier. You got to get some rest. So you're going through an awakening, or you're going through a transition, and you're waking up to a new, like, some new shit. So you about to even move. I'm hearing new spirit guide. So you may be getting new spirit guides. You might be tapping in differently. You might be getting new, or you are going to be getting new like new teachers. Basically, you're getting new teachers. So your body is adjusting and adapting to the new codes in order for you to tap in or go to those new sets of classes or whatever that you're getting ready to be experiencing, the new lessons, a new mission that you're getting ready, like your next mission or your next phase in your journey that you're getting ready to go on in your life. Your body is basically downloading the codes that you're going to need, or downloading the information that you're going to need in order for you to take that next track in your journey, okay? So like I said, we're maturing. So as you mature and as you grow up and as you evolve and as you change, your conscious awareness and your like your behaviors and mannerisms, the things, your tolerance, your patience, all those things change, right? So certain things that once might have set you off, or might, get under your skin, you might have more compassion for. You might just be like, you know what, I'm over it. 7 of Cups. So you're being more strategic. Yeah, more strategic about how you acting. If it ain't you, baby. Okay, some people want it all. Some people want diamond rings. I just want everything. Ace of Swords. That shit came out anyway. It was, it came out anyway. That's crazy. So it's like confirmation of action. Like, it's like your thoughts are becoming your actions now. Like, what you're thinking about. So be very careful about what you're thinking about. What you're thinking about is coming into action, right? Knight of this. Yep. You're taking action towards the things that bring you stability. The things that give you financial security or emotional security, right? You're taking action towards the things that you want to like see, the things you want to manifest, right? You're thinking in terms of where you're trying to go and what you're trying to do and who you're trying to do it with or where you're trying to do it is or whatever the case may be. Like, your thought processes are different, right? Your awareness is different. Like, it's like you're growing up, babe. You're growing up, baby. And they said, I'll take it all later. If it ain't you, baby. Divine feminine. Alright, take 3 more calls and be done. So, strength. So, standing in your strength or having to exercise strength, because it's funny because it came out with the Hierophant and the Four Swords, because they came out back to back. So, the Hierophant is at the top, the Four Swords at the bottom, but to cross it is a strength, or to come, like, to clarify, is a strength. And it's basically saying, like, you have to be strong by pacing yourself, and you basically are strong. You just have to recognize and understand your strength, right? Recognize and understand how you're strong and where your strengths lie, like your intuition is coming online a different way, and recognizing the strength within your intuition and actually operating in your strengths and not in your weaknesses, or recognizing your weaknesses and making your weaknesses strengths, so that you can move in stability and security, right? King of Disc and Seven of Swords. So Taurus energy. I'm getting confidence with this. So you a confident, a divine partner. That's crazy because it came out with the Queen of Cups and the Seven of Cups. So it's like they not. I wouldn't say they different species, but I don't know. 2 different species or 2 different races or 2 different. It's like 2 different people from 2 different walks of lives are coming together, and they're finding the common ground and learning how to be strategic or work together. And I'm getting symbiosis. 7 of Swords. And that came out with the King of Discs. So maybe this Taurus energy is being deceptive, or this Taurus energy is being sneaky. Not in a negative way, but I'm getting like trying to hold back that feeling for so long. And if you feel like I feel, baby, come on. Oh, come on. So holding back his feelings. Let's get it on. So this Taurus, this Taurus or this King of Disc is hiding the fact that they have like these emotional feelings, and they're trying to be strategic as to how they approach, how they come towards you. And they know that you're an intuitive, or they know that you can pick up on certain things, so they're trying to keep shit to themselves or keep things like under wraps, because it's like damn, I can't surprise you, like type shit. Like I want to be able to surprise you, or like keep you on your toes, because you keep me on my toes. Like you always got me like second guessing or figuring it out. King of Cups. This King of Cups. Girl, about a King of Cups. I don't know if they're the same people. King of Cups. King of Cups. Is the King of Cups and the King of this the same? 10 of Wands. Oh shit. And the seven of this is in reverse. Okay. 10 of Wands. 7 of this in reverse. Page of Cups. Well, somebody want to come and offer you something. Somebody's been dealing with a lot of burdens. I'm getting like this King of Cups is not financially in a position that he or she or is in a position or is in a financial position to want to be able to kind of like coming off of you, or they might feel like it's like they feel like they're not good enough for you. Or like they wasn't making a move because they was burdened with it's like burdened with feeling like I don't have enough, or burdened with feeling like I'm not gonna be enough, or whatever. I don't know why I'm picking it up. What the fuck? Who is this King of Cups? Is the King of Cups and the King of Swords the same person? I need to get to know instincts. In a different deck, because that shit just kind of threw me for a loop for a second. So that's definitely not the same energy. So they're not the same person because I don't feel the same. Who the fuck is the? So why all of a sudden the story jump? Really? Okay, so we got. Let me see. I'm gonna put y'all down because now I want to get into these two people because it's two different people. It's two different people that came out on you, Divine Feminine. So we got a King of Discs and we got a King of Cups. Those three cards came out. Give me two more for the King of Discs, please. And then we're going to clarify who the fuck these niggas is. King of Discs, King of Cups. And give me two more for the King of Discs. Queen of Discs. That's a pair. King and Queen. That's a match. Oh, King of Cups and Queen of Cups is a match too. So they're the same person. So it's dual dynamics. Okay, so it's like different sides of different parts of the same person. Okay. She said tonight will be a night room. Justice the Hermit. Yeah. So this man is Page of Pentacles. There's a man that want that like Eight of Wands. Knight of Swords. Damn! Yo, I just started to when I left. Oh my god, that's funny. Okay, sir. So you got basically you got Emperor, because that's what that's giving me. Emperor energy coming out here with the Judgment, the World. Yeah, basically. So you got somebody that wants to come and offer you. It's two people, but one of them is just like it's no people. It's one person. It's one person that's wearing many hats. One man is the Emperor. There's an Emperor in your energy. Very, very strong. It's one person. Very, very strong. Like very prevalent Divine Feminine. So you might have somebody that is coming, your Divine Partner is coming in and saying, hey girl, hey what's up? Hey girl, hey, what's up girl? The Seven of Swords came out. Okay, so we got the Page of Pentacles, the Eight of Wands, the Knight of Swords, the Seven of Pentacles, the Star, and the Seven of Swords. Followed by, these just fell out in my lap. The Ten of Cups, the High Priestess, the Three of Wands, and the Judgment with the World at the bottom of the deck. Ace of Swords, that's the truth. The Emperor, y'all! I told you it was the Emperor in there. I felt his ass. I felt that energy. He was like, hold up, sis, let me explain something to you. I am that nigga. Don't pay me no attention. I'm sorry. I'm geeking. Okay, so you got Emperor in your energy that's coming towards you, that's wanting to come towards you and offer you some type of stability. They want to take action, offer you a collaboration. They see you as a star that you pop out, that you shine out. They're trying to be strategic as to how they approach you because they view you as a Ten of Cups. They know that you're a High Priestess. They know that you're intuitive. They know that you're tapped in. They have all these visions and ideas and aspirations and hopes and dreams of being with you. They're facing judgment, or they're going through judgment. The wheel is turning in the both of your favors. And you followed by the Ace of Swords. And I said after that was going to be the end of the reading. So Divine Feminine, you got a lot of things in store, a lot of things that's coming up. I didn't think your reading was going to be this in depth. There was a lot of shit going on. But may you be blessed. May you receive all that you're supposed to receive. Like, always remember to thine own self be true. I'm going to end it kind of abruptly because this was long and I was not expecting it to be this long. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't. Peace, I share, I'm going to say, and always remember to thine own self be true. Peace.